Do it.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 116 of the Great Pendragon Campaign. We are in the tournament period. We have upgraded Wake Up Honey. New Arthurian Epoch has dropped.
It's dropped.
Yeah, we are. We'll review actually a little bit of what's changing diegetically. We'll start with Acewin. Acewin, you're getting brought over to Sarum early spring, and you're shown some weapons that were getting brought over from the Frankish campaigns that are going on, right? With the Degani family. Remember, like the sieges that some people are going off to. Mm-hmm. I know we haven't played in a while, but just to refresh the memory there. And they're bringing back some equipment to show off. Like this is the future, right? The first thing to show you, and it's because you're the marshal. This is what they want to know about what we should be expecting. And so shown to you first is the Arbalest. It is a 2-teamed high-powered crossbow, and I need to give you an example of basically not your set of armor, but like just they grab like a set of armor from the racks, and they fire it off, and it goes right through it. And they're like, yeah. It's not good enough against the reinforced mail and breastplates that we got here. The good news though is that it's really slow to rearm.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the shifting of balance between men of foot and places and cavalry is getting a little closer.
Yeah.
Also,
Acewin's immediately like, how much does this cost to make?
Yeah. Like, oh God, it's a fortune. It costs as much as a night.
Okay. Good. As soon as these things start becoming affordable, Acewin's having waking nightmares already of like a peasant getting their hands on this and ruining decades of nightly training with one pull of the trigger.
Yeah. Thank God that'll never happen. Thank God Smith and Wesson are not invented yet in Arthuriana.
Yeah, burly and strong in the arm here.
Yeah. But this though, and Javier, come in, and like this we should be worried about. And Javier comes in holding a long shafted pike with an axe and spearhead. It is to us Gary Gygax shafted weapon fans. This is a halberd. Halberds have dropped. These will be in the hands of many men of foot.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the distance and then look at the power. They can hit a horse, So this is the issue. In this era. But we have also been seeing from the Italians some better plate mail as well to kind of protect us and our horses, right? And then they're showing you off that there's sort of like proto full plate. And also at this time, I would like to cut over to Gorthrin. Because Gorthrin, you actually have an art this winter staying with you is an artisan and armorsmith from Italy.
Sweet.
Yeah, he's heading over to Camelot, and I don't know, something got stuck and he ends up hanging out. And he tells you about this new plate mail and helms that he's been seeing down there. And that since he's going to be staying in Camelot for the rest of this year and stuff like that, if you want, he can give you, for 16 Librum, you can get a new set of the new plate mail before anyone else.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This will be like, he's basically saying like, yeah, look, you're Gorthrin. I would love it for you to rep my armor going into the tournaments and stuff like that. It's brand new, but I've heard, it's nothing but good things about it. It's fully plate. Like, and he shows you like, he like grabs like the salt shaker and like the plate, and he's like, look at these hinged joints. They're protected while being able to maximize, you know what I mean? Like he's like showing you this kind of stuff, right? Oh, yeah. It's not like a defense contractor PowerPoint, but he's like, has enthusiasm around. This is the future, right? And he's like, and I would love to, I'd be honored if one of the great knights of Arthur could have my first set. So it won't be ready this year. It'll be ready next year. And then this will be and this technology will be trickling out over the decade. Just so you know.
Okay. Yeah. Gortham take commission one.
Nice.
Whew. All right.
All right.
This is an upgrade over the partial plate we've been wearing, that
Yeah.
transitional. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, Gorthman's been training with a Warhammer for this very reason.
Nice.
Upgrade his weapon skills. Hell yeah.
All right. Let's see here. The other thing was... Oh, yeah, Acewind, also while you're in Sarum. Unrelated to the marshalling. A peddler has a really good deal for you. Pedrog is selling you exquisite clothing at great rates. Basically, for 6 Librum, you can have double its value in fashion. So, fell off a truck, fell off a, it fell off a carrack, and their loss is your gain.
Perfect.
Yeah,
sounds good.
This is exquisite.
Okay. The peddler may have free choice of any of the grannies of my manor.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I'm thinking? Oh yeah. Obviously, to tie this to history, obviously they're like Frisian, or like they have Frisian connections, and they're the ones doing the you send over the wool, because UK, the Great Britain is just a petrol state of wool at this point, and they're doing the looms. Like they put it all together in the threads and bring it back to you.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Nice.
Oh, and lastly, so Morgan obviously left last year after finishing her books and stuff, and they're sending off a nice farewell. Their understudy, or like their replacement, arrives with a letter of introduction. Melkon of Dublin.
Sweet.
Yeah. Melkon's obviously also from the City of Glass, but they've been staying in Dublin for quite a while, is what they say. And they will be, Morgan says that Melkon is sort of, comes highly recommended, and would love to get introduced. Melkon immediately compliments your finery, he loves like the tower and the I guess when you first arrive at Winterborn Gunnet, I think the Tower of Elaine still is probably the most prominent thing. So he's like, so I think Melkon would love to know about this tower. It's so pretty.
Yeah, I mean, anyone who comes to Winterborn Gunnet and is riding a horse rather than covered in mud, AK is not a peasant. They'll absolutely get shown the tour.
Yeah.
In it used to be that was one of the things Morgan did.
Yeah.
But give him the spiel about how this, Gareth had this great love and she died, and he built this tower in her honor.
Wow. I think just remarks about how the power of love, something sweet about it. All right. Gorthrin. A distant relation of yours is getting married. I'm thinking like a second or third cousin of like, Erwin's mom's side,
Yeah.
And you're at the feast, and you're kind of put in an awkward position of being asked to squire this, young third cousin from the border of Salisbury and Rydachin. Everything, you don't really know much about Sir Karis. She has potential. She's ambitious. But also like she's a nobody, and not a, what do you, or would you, how would you handle kind of this suggestion and this sort of the family clearly has is thinking that you'll invite this Karis to work under you and be your squire.
Like my personal squire, or just like part of my household?
Part of your household. I think at this era, it's kind of common to have like a rich knight would have like 2 squires or so. So like
I think the last 2 cycles I've had 2 squires.
Yeah.
I mean, I can bring them on. What are their name?
Karis.
What are they like?
I think I think a fight kind of breaks out between her and her brothers, and she like wipes the floor of them. So she's, her father's like, see, she make a fine adventurer knight.
Yeah. All right, we'll take on Karis.
Yeah,
I think I need a new squire after this year anyway.
Yeah, she just she's had to fight so much against her brothers that she could. Chivalry, she needs help around the chivalric ideals of being a knight, but she can certainly handle her own, right? Can you mold her into? Yeah, cool. So you're gonna, rather than like try to get out of it, you're just gonna accept that this third cousin gets one on y'all.
In their family,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna turn down family.
Yeah,
but they're certainly like. Test them out and then see if they might be better as a squire for one of my household knights or something like that. But I'm gonna need a new squire next year.
Yeah, right. So just just convenient enough that it ends up working out that way. Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Let's see. Camelot and Easter is coming up. Y'all have definitely been hearing some rather, I mean, not hearing, what am I talking about? You literally see the guy. Arthur definitely looks older than he's been. He's 48 at this point in the campaign. But he definitely looks older than his age. Just a little more wrinkles. It's a little quieter, a little some bad aging rolls, right?
Yeah.
Have come through. His personality and stuff like that, his sense of justice and things hasn't really changed, but definitely looks like maybe he's just been, how presidents look after like 2 years in the job.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, like it's aging him.
Okay.
And I literally skipped the most important thing. Also, Gorthrin, you've been getting plagued with bad dreams. Not visions, but nightmares of your wife, basically cheating on you, and
Isabel?
Yeah.
It's not Gordon's had nightmares for for a while now.
Yeah.
At least since
that trip to the wasteland.
His imprisonment. Yeah. Oh, since the trip to the wasteland. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, disturbing, but I don't know that he puts too much stock into what it, if it's like prophetic or something. He's still he's not too spiritual.
Yeah.
But it's disturbing. Could mean something. It'd be worth a visit to not really a priest. Priests aren't too good for that kind of thing, but perhaps a visit to Stonehenge.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe we can do that in the summer.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we feast her?
Yes.
All right. We'll bring you all over to the screen. There is definitely a pervasive sense of boredom in Camelot. Not so much like, oh, this feast is boring, but there's just sort of like not a lot to do. Okay, what's the tournament? I guess it's tournaments. That would be fun.
What's is Lancelot there this year?
I don't think so, but let me just double check. Nope. Lancelot, Percival, and Lamorak are all missing this year. But you all know that Arthur, as a way to kind of assuage this sort of stress and of people of being like not much to do, this would be the first year of the Pentecostal tournament. And he's putting up a, I think probably a sired, a sired horse from Acewin, the King's Gift, right? It was like it's the same line as like where King's Gift comes from, right?
Yeah.
As so like a white elven destrier as the prize.
All right.
So that has gotten people excited about it, and people are talking about. I think so. Like, if you ever needed an idea about conversations, one of the conversations that people are coming in about is the nature of waging and wagers and tournaments, and what should be the right amount for tournaments. For example, should a tournament be for the love of it, right? And just listen, like it's glory, and then maybe like a little bit of a prize for the winner, which is kind of what the classic versions are. And other people are like, we should up the stakes. Look, if we're not going to have a war, we should train like war. What if we did it by like we win, like I just win your armor? What if I win your, there's some not just a wager, but like there's stakes, like genuine, like not just like gambling, but actual stakes of like you need to bring it. Right. So a lot of people are having different ideas about where to go with this. Other people are saying it should just be a ransom. Like, fine, like that should be a war, right? Then pay your ransom. But everyone's like, dude, that's way too expensive. I get, no one says that, right? But everyone's like, yeah, okay, sure, Pedrog, sure, man.
Yeah, whatever you say.
So, this year, or these years to come, you can expect a variety of different tournaments. You have the options of going to different ones based on the ones that you want. But just in general, they'll also be for different stakes.
All right. Yeah, Gordon's all about that tournament now.
Yeah.
Actual appearance.
Right. Did you spend the 6 Librum, Colin, for fashion?
Yes.
Okay. Then you should be getting a basically like a +6 to your fashion roll.
That would have meant it was still a success for my fashion roll, but that does not help my appearance roll.
Yeah. Nope.
Nope. Both of us.
Yeah.
I was going to say the Marshal of Salisbury, the Marshal is no longer the prestigious position it once was because they're no fucking worth anymore.
No, exactly. I feel like that's Stewart. Yeah. You're not alone, or Salisbury's not alone in this sort of feeling.
I think Acewin recognizes this, and this is one of the few times that she and Archie have been on the same page. That like, okay, we're gonna pivot what it means to be Marshal, and we want to be like the tournament organizer for Salisbury, right? In the same way that the Marshal is supposed to be like making sure that the county is ready for war. Well, why would that not include tournaments? And so trying to hold on to some relevance there.
I love that. That absolutely.
Yeah, I'll take it up with the Seneschal. Why am I being seated down here?
Okay.
This is beneath the station of the Queen's Guard.
Right. And remind me, that's you have to make a pride test?
I have to pass a modest roll.
Or modesty,
lose a point of honor, but then it's kind of vague. It's like it says you can take it up with the host, but not like what that means.
Okay. Well, I mean, taking it up with Arthur, or I mean, there's no way Guinevere would be like okay with that, considering you are the knightly honor guard.
This is a what kind of message does this send?
Yeah.
Better modesty.
Okay. If you fail modesty, do you lose a point of honor? Is that what?
Yeah. I get the impression honor is supposed to go up and down way more because there's that whole big list of like things that that affect it.
Yeah. So let's not hit you with the honor because we don't have the economy to give you it back and go up and down. Or at least I don't feel comfortable enough knowing about this. I'm suspicious. I'm suspicious of change in my older years.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, Gorthrin's making a fuss. What is this?
Yeah.
This happens too frequently these days.
Yeah. Oh, there must have been a mix-up.
Capon.
Right. Capons, stuffed boar, and ducats. Ducats.
There should be, in the same way, like you get checks to personality traits, right? And and the nature of them as being zero sums means that getting more just becomes less arbitrary.
Yeah.
I wish there was something comparable for the passions, like anti-checks for passions.
Well,
like, because it does. They are. I also get the impression that they're supposed to vacillate a lot more than we kind of have the luxury to play with.
6th edition plays with that.
Yeah,
that's good.
Like, isn't there like a? I thought I read somewhere there was like a depreciation rate if you don't roll them often enough.
There is. Yes,
I don't think we've ever.
Yeah, like I definitely don't have a more Guinevere at all anymore.
Yeah,
that
definitely
sure as a 12. I don't think I've rolled it once.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, for sure. There's definitely that kind of like use it or lose it part that just I guess I wasn't keeping up on. But then but then the other thing is in 6th edition they group passions into like these categories of families of passions, and these families of passions total can't exceed a certain number. So like your love of family and love of God and like your love passions can't all be super high. Like they have to be within a certain.
I like that because there have been times where I'm like, okay, my loyalty, Lord, and love of family are like the same, but in this situation, they're kind of contrary to one another. But if they're all grouped under the same kind of love category and they zero sum the way that the personality traits do, then one, that situation doesn't come up. And two, it kind of makes sense that like I can't love those two things equally.
Yeah. No, exactly. So so I think it expects you to have maybe even more passions than we have now. But in the same vein though, there was really only a dominant passion of like the family or like competing passions, right?
I like that. I've always felt that the passions are weirdly different than the traits, but they feel like they shouldn't be that different from the traits.
Yeah.
The traits are very much reactive, whereas passions are active, but in another sense, they're just the same internal landscape.
Well said. Now draw some cards.
Yeah. Have you exceeded? Like, are you ahead of me in glory now?
I doubt it, but
no.
Let's take a look. My current is 24927.
Yeah, 25,756 for me.
Ooh, it's close.
I keep closing the gap, but
yes,
not enough. 1,200 away.
Yeah.
You need Gorthrin ran out of wars, right? Where Acewin gets knocked out on like turn 3, and Gorthrin just goes beast mode for the last 6 rounds. Which is like that's the real source of the glory.
My annual glory rewards, I think, have been my biggest asset. I have very consistent. Every 2 years, I get to jump up just because of the annual glory.
Yeah.
So
I think I got this. I keep getting an ideal wife.
I know you really do. This is literally like this is your life has just become matchmaker.
Yeah.
You already betrothed everybody though.
Yeah. The only person that isn't is Cadwalla. She is still unmarried.
And she's not Cholderton, is she?
No, she's taken over White.
Right. Yes, that's right.
The other really player too much yet. All right. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think let me check my list real quick. Yeah, I don't see the only thing I think of is like a betrothal for his surviving son, Erwin.
Okay.
He's like 3 this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all the others have either betrothed or married. Yeah, matchmaker.
Sure. Okay. I rolled up a. I mean, this would be someone that I guess would be Arthur or Guinevere who's offering it to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then, yeah, this will be a relation to the, a cadet branch of the de Gany family, in Cornwall. It'd be Patterell. They value being spiritual. Their major passion is love of fairy. And they are a bit of a hedonist, and their goal is wealth.
Right.
But I think the thing that you get to talking to about them, like, Guinevere introduces you and stuff, like, she loves hunting and like tells you all about hunting. And obviously, like, to you, like, this is like the thing that you want to talk about all the time. So
Sure.
She has a skill of hunting of 20.
Ooh.
She loves going in the woods. Yeah. Or he loves to go in the woods, and being like, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Like, I'm kind of Cadwalla does need to get married eventually.
Yeah.
She's got the same issue of that her liege lord had, the King of Wessex.
Yep.
It's like, would rather be doing other things than getting
settling
tied down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, they can just court, and then it could work out or not work out at this time. Right?
Yeah. We'll make the recommendation.
Yeah.
It's time that she increased the size of her own household.
Yeah. Okay. Lovely. It's really funny that you keep drawing that card. That's crazy.
Really.
So, I've got some good draws here. There are 2 that stick out to me. A man for all seasons is boring this turn, but it's, I think, thematically very much in keeping where, like, Acewin's like, okay, like, I'm no longer as relevant as the Marshal. I have to find new relevance, and going out and trying to do that. Plus, it's just got an interesting kind of mechanic where I start hunting for checks to my skills and traits and stuff, and I like that. The other is malicious slander, and I like it only because it's been a while since we had a feast duel, and like, I do like that. But honestly, the thing that's making me avoid malicious slander is there's very little chance that I don't make the modest roll.
Yeah.
Well, I can't decide. Evens, it's malicious slander. Malicious slander it is.
Nice.
Because I realize it's a win-win. If I make modest, I get geniality and shit.
Yeah.
So,
well, I think I know how this begins then. Let's say it begins with the card A Mana for All Seasons, where you're discussing, knowledge and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think someone else is kind of just remarking how, like, God, the conversations in Camelot are so droll. Nobody talks about anything worthwhile. And you're like, excuse me, I was telling you about hunting, or I'm telling you about these halberds, or whatever, and then it just kind of starts from there.
Yeah. Right. I make modest and I fail proud. So I let it go.
Yeah.
But I get to check to modest and 2 geniality, which is interesting.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Boom.
It's good. If my modest goes up again, that's a new source of glory in the bag.
Yeah.
Yes.
You already have the religious bonus, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
anytime it's 16 or higher, you get 16 plus glory. So never gonna complain.
Hey,
for it.
no host card this time around.
Mm.
Oh, wow, I think last time it was like 2 host cards.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got.
More drink, all you can eat.
Yeah, more drink.
Manners,
Yeah.
gossip, and lead the dance.
All right. Ooh. I kind of like lead the dance.
Mm.
All right, let me see. That makes gossip. Okay, okay, gossip kind of like, last year we learned all about this sort of like brewing tension, right, with what's going on between Lancelot and Guinevere, this sort of connection they have.
Mm-hmm.
Arthur's not doing well. I might keep gossip.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So I got to roll intrigue, and then for success, keep the card.
But don't fumble.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Pass.
There we go.
Keep this card. You cannot draw cards while you keep this one, but you gain +10 to any one skill roll. So yeah. So next turn, gossiping.
Yeah, that's what
it's gonna pay off. Well done.
Yes. 3-round feast.
3 rounds. All right. What do you want to do this round, Aceman?
Got some interesting ones. Not all of them are super fictionally interesting. So I'm kind of looking mechanical side of things.
Sure.
Holy Blessing. No. Need, Lost Love, and Well Dressed are leading right now. Lost Love, Merciful versus Cruel. Would be pretty good check. Same with Temperate versus Indulgent. Well Dressed.
Oh, your fashion skill is super good this year.
It is.
Those new threads.
Yeah.
Studs.
Yeah. Let's do that, actually. Yeah, let's do that since I've got my 15, and you said what, +6 to my fashion?
Because you spent the maximum amount on it.
Auto success. Boom. No crit, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
Fashion.
Who knows? There might be something between this whole like Dutch and English cotton wool thread trade. Who knows? We'll see how history pans out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, worst case scenario, it fucks over Blinks during a game with Here I Stand.
Yeah. Cloth prices fluctuate.
Deep cut. It's a deep cut right there.
Deepest. All right. God, I want to play that game again. I really want to play that game again.
I got the itch. The itch since Sage brought it up, or was it Blinks? And I was like, I don't know if I have the time, but God.
No, I know. The game takes so long, but God, is it good. All right. Anyways. Jim.
So Gorthon's gonna do a couple of, I think this is the way it's gone the last few years. It's like drinking, partying, and then by the end of the feast, it's like, what's going on? What's everybody talking about? I guess what I'm looking for is like maybe get Colin's input, but like something's going on. There's this ticking time bomb. Like, do we want to know? I guess what I'm kind of curious about is like, is this why Arthur's aging? Is it, does he know about what's going on between his wife and one of his best knights?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is he kind of trying to keep a lid on it, trying to control it? Like, there've been tensions between him and Guinevere for a while. I guess I don't know how to phrase it, but it's like, what's going on with the king? What is it? Does anybody have any inside info on that?
Sure. And I assume you're going to probably listen to. So there's two kind of camps that you can talk to about it. This comes down to a character choice of like who you would probably believe. Would you trust the more pagan side of things or the Christian side of things?
I mean, kind of feel like that
it would color the lens of the issue.
Yeah. I think talking to the pagans is probably the way to go, because I feel like I can anticipate what the what the various bishops and confessors and the like will have to say about he's not praying hard enough, or something to that effect. So I think kind of want to go with what the pagans have to say. And Arthur's kind of a pagan king, he's got his help from Merlin, he's got that connection.
Yeah. All right. They think it's tied to the health of the land in the wasteland. And that what you've seen, right? The druids recite that the land and the king are one, right?
Yeah.
And that when one is sick, the other is sick. So it's certainly tied to this. And obviously the source of the wasteland goes back to the end of the enchantment and Balin's head. Or sorry, the Fisher King. And which was presaged by the head of the god, Bran's head.
Right. Dug up and burned. Arthur burned it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Arthur burned it. So everyone's like, look, it's related. I think it's related to that. How do you, and everyone's like, we don't know how to fix it. There's not like a text somewhere that says, break glass in case of Bran's head is exposed.
Yeah.
And they're like, listen, like I'm sure the world will reveal an answer in time. But we can only see what we observe.
Yeah.
Right.
Anything that anybody's talking about that's sort of similar to what Saroon was talking about, where it's like he because he had like specific beef with Arthur, like he lives a lie kind of.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that would be. Do you want to talk to Morgan? Or sorry, Mordred. Sorry.
Yeah, I'd talk to Mordred.
Yeah. Well, Mordred is upset that Mordred would say that Saroon has it right. Like he's just like Mordred is so bored here at the feast, right? Obviously, like he's just kind of still doesn't really fit in with the rest of the Orkneys. Everyone's just like, it's like, dude, lighten up, dude. Like, you're really a party kill. So so you find Mordred just being pensive.
Yeah.
Broody, emo
Broody.
bangs going over his eyes. You know what I mean? Like, very edgy.
So we've got like,
sorry.
is he like, what's Mordred's status at court? Is he still on the outs? Does he have any loyal followers, or is he pretty isolated?
I mean, his brothers are his loyal followers, right? He just goes along with them. He doesn't have a following himself or anything like that.
Gotcha.
I don't know. Nor would he. Why would you ever suspect that this random kid would have, right? But
because we know he's a bastard, right? Like his, unrecognized. Okay. I don't know. Guthrum doesn't like any of this.
Yeah.
So there's more than one knight who's bored. Something's gonna set all these pensive bored knights off at some point.
Yeah. So, but like to get to the heart of what you're talking about, right? Because why I would send you over to talk to Mordred is that Mordred, Mordred wouldn't reveal to you what he knows. But he would definitely say that, that I think if you hung out with more and became better friends with Mordred, maybe Mordred would confide in you what's eating him up. But he definitely is the type of person to talk to about, Rune and seeing that Arthur's a big phony.
Okay. Whether or not, I don't know, maybe I'd consider inviting him over. We'll see.
Yeah.
I always get the impression that Mordred and just wouldn't, because of Gorthrin's connection to Guinevere, Mordred never really gave him any mind. Yeah,
and that's kind of always how it is with you two. Yeah. Then you're so how would I don't know the poetic way of saying it, but it's like, you're so close to the power that you're just blind to what's going on. Sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a poetic way of putting that.
Yeah, but, I get you though.
Yeah.
Nobody's really talking. Nobody's really speaking honestly.
Yeah, that no one will ever. That you wouldn't know exactly. Like you wouldn't even believe it if it was told to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Acewin's final feast round.
I think. Again, some kind of interesting options.
Ooh, Strange Crone.
Strange Crone, yeah. Mechanically, it's kind of I don't really get the mechanical aspect because it's identical to like one other one out there that doesn't have a weird crone staring at you for basically the same effect. So I would want more out of the Strange Crone. I would want something weirder than just check a skill.
All right.
So I'm disappointed. That's my feedback. This game is garbage. Throw it in the trash.
Strange Crone needs a buff. I understand. The next balance patch. yeah. It will become a 2/1. Green.
Yeah, it's now it's gonna get the flash keyword. So you throw the Strange Crone out as soon as you get it. Center stage is interesting. Biggest mistake in center stage. Again, there's a chance of a duel, except that I'd be rolling Orate, which I can't fail.
Well,
so there is no chance of a duel. I'm going to do center stage.
Nice.
Disappointingly, yeah. And I'm going to choose Orate because I can't fail.
Do you have? I think I have a topic that I think you would be really good at describing. But do you know what you wanted? Okay. Honestly, I think it would be great to talk about Baden Hill in the good old days.
Yes, because that was the most disappointing battle I think
that's true. Had. Yeah, which is why I think it would be awesome for you to maybe talk a lot about what everyone else did at the battle. But I was just there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you have another
oratory
idea?
Skills? No. I like that. Oratory skills kind of redeeming the actual experience a little bit.
Right. This is just a tribute. Yeah.
Yeah. Works for me. Yeah, I think the rhetorical focus is less on like our deeds specifically and more about like the kind of fascinating horror of these Saxons fighting to the absolute death, the entire army,
Yeah.
Like that's not something that's ever happened since or before, really.
No, the mythical storms and everything that went with it. Yeah.
And so it's a moment of fascination, but not quite the glory that it's always presented to be. This glorious victory. It's like, was that glory? What was that? It's hard to say.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially, God, so much stuff since then.
Yeah.
During the conquest period. Nice. Okay.
I think that's it.
Yep, I think that ends the feast, and then we do the Pentecost tournament.
Yes.
So you have we have a Pentecost tournament, of course, and then we have a local tournament in Hampshire.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody right now is also talking about next year in Lothian. There's going to be a big tournament, and everyone's like, "Oh, like that's going to be the big one to go to." So here's something. So obviously, you guys are going to compete in the Pentecost tournament because that's mostly almost all Roundtable Knights are going to be competing in these tournaments. But really, what's happening now is that you're going to be beginning to see the stratification of like not necessarily leagues, but it's kind of like leagues of tournaments where they're also they're local, but people won't always compete simply because like going against a Roundtable Knight, it's like I don't want to lose my gear to a Roundtable Knight again. I can't afford this, right?
Yeah.
They're like so like people start competing in their they start self-selecting, and similarly Roundtable Knights is like there's no like fun, there's no sport in me just showing up to it's like you playing t-ball at this age. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna go play t-ball against 4-year-olds.
That's because you're a coward. I'm gonna obliterate those fucking 4-year-olds.
Yeah.
I'm so good at t-ball. They suck.
Right. I'm sure. Well, that would be a really fun tournament for you to go to, is to go pick apart somebody who's kind of like the local meta lord.
Be someone's ringer, be like, friendly little tournament. Oh God, it's a knight to the round table.
Yeah, who shows right, and they're revealed, and you're like, yeah, right. Yeah, you could go under incognito and say you're a knight of someone else or whatever, and yeah. Okay, that'd be that's a fun little thing. Maybe we'll do that next year. All right, but let's do the Pentecost tournament. So for tournaments, I think I'm still waffling on how we should handle tournaments. Obviously we should be doing like some lancing and sword and stuff like that, but like if we're gonna do like 3 or 4 tournaments a year, I'm not sure if we want to do every single one. If not, we want to abstract it, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you all thinking?
I kind of think like do the showcase one in more detail, but Gorstrin, like as tournaments are getting more prominent, that's probably what he's spending most of his time on. Like Gorthrin had like just me personally, like when what's his name, Pellinor,
yeah,
right, like he was up into his 60s and 70s jousting, right, like he like died in the saddle. That in Gorthrin's like, that's gonna be me. That's and so Gorthrin's riding in tournaments. I don't think we need to do all of them in detail, though. Maybe just like one.
I-
That's what
I
I
think-
think. What do you think?
I think the analog is to the battles. Like it used to be, we'd have the big battle, and we might have some smaller raids during the year, but we'd only have like really mechanically focus on. I think that's kind of the analog we have. We have the big tournament, and then like our little stuff to keep us sharp and to gloss over, and also to get our numbers up. Like I'm looking at my record, 7-6. I gotta get that up. It's, barely a winning record.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Roundtable night time then. So this will be the Pentecost. You all are going to be roundtable nights are going to be squaring off against other roundtable nights.
All right. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And are we playing with a tourney skill, or are we sticking with the
Tourney is supposed to be more like a recognize, but for tournaments. When I was looking at it, like it's not it's not a combat skill, right?
It could be used as a skill to summarize an entire tournament, and you just roll the tournament skill, which would probably then be like something I don't like. It wouldn't start at 0. Like the skill would have to come in at a certain level, right?
Right, like an average of horseman and lance or something.
Yeah, exactly. Which honestly doesn't sound like that bad of a combo when you just say that. An average of horsemanship plus lance.
So 2 thoughts. One, if it's just
an
aggregate of them, right? Then average. But 2, I think we talked about like the idea that as it becomes more of a sport, there is an element that's divorced from the real martial skill of like a lance. And so that might be the argument for like it being like an average, but also lower.
So like, what if it came in under your, in a weird way, strength or something like that? Like it's tied to it's tied to an attribute?
I was just thinking like average of horse and lance -10. So you're starting at around probably if you're good at those things, you're starting at like an 8, 9, or 10.
Yeah. Horse plus lance -10.
Then it's maybe a year.
Average -10. Average -10.
Yeah. Then it's maybe a year or 2 of bumping it up with our winter skills for us to be like good at tournaments in the kind of sport sense.
Yeah. Let's eyeball that right now. Like quickly, what would each of you tourney skills be if that's the case?
Tourney skill would start at 8 for me. I have a horseman 18, lance 19.
Mine would be 10.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's add the tourney skill. It would be useful to add as well, because then I can have a random event of being like, you're challenged to a tournament, and like you just do a quick tourney roll for the result, right?
Yeah.
Or I'd be like, a trait roll plus tourney. That how like the skirmishes went through, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Right.
So,
We up against.
Who has more glory between each of you?
Gorthrin does.
Gorthrin does.
All right. Gorthrin, you're actually squaring off against Mordred.
All right.
Yeah. And Acewin, you're going against Yvain, Orion's son, for the next list.
Okay.
This will be a 10. So their skill's 10. Mordred has been angry and oh shit. Okay, he fails. All right, can you beat Mordred?
This is the detail when like we're rolling the combat skills for it or the tourney skills.
Yeah. I was gonna. Oh wait, this should be a full one. Well, regardless, he got his ass kicked to 19.
Okay.
He doesn't have a 19 skill, so you're right. This should have been Lance.
Well, Gorthrin doesn't have a good showing, but it's better than a failure.
Yeah. But I think what also gets dismounted is your chance of confiding with him this year. You kick his ass. There's no tournament. Right. I don't. Yeah. You kiss ass. I can't believe I thought you were different, as he runs off the field.
Yeah.
This emo fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Against
Mordred.
Square.
I'm against Yvain, you said?
Yeah.
I'm not going to invoke a passion against Yvain, I don't think.
Yeah.
God damn.
Are you?
Oh, no.
Is that literally the only way you fail?
Oh.
I feel like this is like a technicality. Something happens. Like, it's not a fumble. It's like,
It's
I don't know.
a fumble.
Like yeah. I mean, it is a fumble, but like what I think when a fumble is like, your horse is like stuck or something. You know what I mean? Or like, it's not like you did a terrible. Like it's something ruined it for you.
It's tough. It's a tough one.
Yeah. Brutal. Nobody expected that for sure. All right.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. Gorthrin, your next round, you're going against Sir Galeholt.
All right. So Galeholt.
Galeholt is like this is one of the best matchups. Everybody's really into this one. So what's going to happen over the next couple of years is the pageantry of tournaments is going to get more and more and more, and because people are bored. So like right now, remember, like you had like your parades and you get to get your favors and that stuff happens, right? But the next time there's going to be like floats and like WWE like callers and like you have an intro, like actual, stuff, right? And this, when I bring this up because your match right now, Galeholt is, the half giant, right? He's not actually half giant, but like he's huge, and so it's like mountain versus mountain, matchup, right? And everyone's like earthquake, like everybody's ready, like in their stands for this match. So everyone thinks this is going to be a tough fight. Everyone's excited as these two heavyweights, right? So it's like this is like the heavyweight lance of the year, right?
All right. Let's see what we got.
15.
15. I think I might call it a passion because this is a big match. All right, let's see how this goes. This may be bad for Gorthon, maybe not. All right, so we got honor. That gives me a plus. There we go. Either way, it's going to be Clash of the Titans. Oh
No.
Galeholt wins.
No, does it that's with the passion.
That is with the passion.
A 7 plus 5. Oof.
Like hot garbage.
Oh man. Okay. Well,
that is
unfortunate.
And does that means you're going to be melancholic, but you don't lose a point from it. Yeah,
he's just going to be sullen for a while. Yeah, he gets 25 glory for falling into melancholy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Like, ugh.
Well,
don't talk to me.
Yeah. Right. The winner of this round goes to one of our Orkney boys, Agravan, the eldest. Or sorry, I guess he's in the middle because I think Lothian. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Agravan is the winner. Maybe I think he gets inspired after Mordred gets his butt kicked, and he's like, we're finishing well, and like it's probably the Orkneys kind of take the to be honest with you, it's probably the Orkneys probably take the whole pedestal.
Yeah, those Orkney lads.
Yeah. So close to greatness. So this year,
how well did Archie do? He would have been in the tournament, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just throw up a random. Did okay. Didn't get out the first round.
Yep.
Roll for Kate Wallace. Yes, she does. 'Cause her Lance record is not particularly great. I think she only has losses so far.
Yeah. I feel like both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you do okay, but I think both of you get the honor of getting knocked out by one of the Orkneys.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. That's fine. I'm fine with doing simplified for backups. Yeah. Gortham's got 8 days of melancholy. It's just like, don't even talk to me.
Yeah.
Those Orkney boys be the bane of my life.
Yeah.
But
I think like during these tournaments though, I do want to get your character's initial opinions on prizes and stuff like that. Like, y'all, what level of tournament do you think seems pretty reasonable for stakes? Like, do you want to fight for ones that are like for the glory, right, for the love of it, or are these like ones where you're fighting for armor? That sounds more your speed and more like what seems like what the realm should be doing, right? Because whatever you believe is what is kind of what you think the rest of the realm should be doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what of the 3 different kinds, which ones are your characters falling on as sort of like that seems pretty reasonable?
I think something more than just for the love of it, because then the only people that do it are like the ones who are like super into it, and then you got a whole.
I think there should be absolutely a tradition of like tokens of winning, right? Like not just money. We're not fighting for lucre, but we are fighting for a prize, a tapestry, like a new sword or something like that. Because I'd love to be able to like write down on my character sheet, be like, I got like this silver horn in the year 541 for this tournament, you know, or I got this, you know. And the idea is that we are fighting for the love of it, but this is the symbol of our success or not, right?
Yeah.
And that symbol happens to be worth a little bit of dosh, maybe.
Yeah. A way for like the more impoverished knights to better their material conditions, because they're not getting loot, they're not getting spoils.
Yep. And for a knight to kind of condescend to a lower league, as it were, right? They're not getting the same glory, but they can walk right away with a nice little something.
Look, I will remain that I think this is an amazing role-playing game in and of itself, of playing the knight adventurer on the tournament bracket, like Death Runner experience. I feel like this will be just a great game.
We've got the Salisbury Regional, we've got the South Coast League, right? And includes some of the Cornwall. There's talk about allowing Brittany in.
That's that would be the expansion. That's a Kickstarter stretch goal for this game.
Yep. The Hadrian special. That's where you have a tournament on each side of the Hadrian Wall, and then the winner of each faces off on the wall itself. That's
oh yeah,
beautiful, awesome. Okay, so do you all want to do the local tournament in Hampshire?
Yeah.
All right.
Where is that? Where is Hampshire?
It's right between. It's between you and Sussex, so it's like kind of north of Wessex.
If it was like in Rittachan or Silchester, then
I mean it's between. It's like south of Silchester, or like it's like right there. This is why you all would be invited, because it is a local tournament.
Okay.
It's only for knights around Camelot and Silchester, and now
I mean, they want us to compete or just be there.
No, they want you to compete. But the options for you here is that if you do compete, this one is going to be for gear. So if you lose your armor.
Okay.
You have to buy your armor next year. over winter phase if you lose it. Similarly, if you win, you'll
You
gain
end up with 9 suits of armor, apparently.
yeah, which would be like 18.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not not nothing.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, it does seem weird that like somebody will at the end of a tournament will end up with like 10 sets of armor, and like that means there's like 5 knights, or at least that means there's 10 knights that cannot do their feudal obligations this year unless they also have extra sets of armor.
How much does a suit of armor cost in this period?
It's not cheap.
It's not cheap.
No,
it's
not
more than
cheap.
2. Because like your armor is fancy. I think it's like,
Isn't it like
10? Yeah, exactly. I think it's around 10.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's like the second most expensive thing to equip a knight after a horse.
Yeah.
Is their armor. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, to me the scope of it is not as it's not up to Gorthrin's. Like, we really gotta have more than a local tournament. Like, he'll let his household knights go if they want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I think Archie's definitely going.
Yeah, this one, I would love that. I would love maybe that we do a focus of, especially at this early parts of the year and stuff. Then what if we did a detailed tournament for the local knights of our children?
Yeah,
yeah,
that's good.
Right. We have the flavor will be Pentecost followed by Progeny.
Yeah,
nice.
That's good.
So, okay.
What do we get for Pentecost for glory?
Oh, this will be 100.
Nice.
You all are doing good. All right.
Yeah, let's do.
Oh boy. Okay. The one to beat at this tournament is Sir Leafwin. Leafwin is has a, let's just say, like, has a tourney skill of maybe like 13 or so. They're kind of like a like the local metal lord of this area. Let's see, anything about them. I mean, they're just another random young knight about your all's age, but not really distinguished other than just being they're pretty good in the lists. In other words, their most notable trait is probably modesty. Right.
Okay.
If they had more ambition, they could, I don't know, see how their life would go. But they're pretty content with just being a good tourney knight in the local area.
Okay. I think Archie is going to invoke love of family. That this is the first real exhibition. Really wants to make a name for Winterborn Gunnet. Right. Everyone knows Acewin's hacking it at the top, but every Winterborn Gunnet has the chops. At least that's what he's trying to prove.
Yeah. Whoa!
That's a crit.
Hell yeah.
Crit.
Hell yeah.
All right. That is plus 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo. Woo.
Oh, okay.
That's a crit.
Yep.
Oh, damn.
This fucking stork.
Yeah.
Stork, gregarious stork man.
Yep.
Fucking coming out of the gates.
All right. I think you beat Leafwin turn 1 for sure. But what about Earthkey? Earthkey and is it going to be Cadwalla?
Yeah.
Cadwalla's. All right, Cadwalla versus Earthkey.
Yeah. We're just rolling. Yeah, we're rolling tourney or lance.
They are 18 as well. 13.
Yeah,
So this is Lance, not Torny.
Squeak by.
Okay, squeaking by. Honestly, then I think it would be fun if we get to the finals of Kidwalla versus Archie.
Yeah. We
So you all smoke the local competition till it's the Salisbury's knights are.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got.
No.
Do the passion bonuses ride forward or no?
They do not ride forward. You have to call in a different one, like another round of a battle.
I think I'm gonna call on honor. Yeah, which is not as good, but
yeah.
Okay, get the honor bonus.
Get that one. I don't know that I have it appropriate. You know what? I might call upon love of family, because if we lose to a Winterborn Gunnet, then Dad's never gonna let me hear the end of it.
I think Hrodgar is really the one who's going to come down on Kidwalla, right?
Yeah, Uncle, he just not gonna let me hear the end of it.
All right,
here we go.
Oh,
there we have it.
Lance skill at?
What's that?
What's your base Lance skill?
17.
17. So we're evenly matched.
Yeah. I think it just did come down to the skill at that moment.
Yeah.
Came down to the points.
Because we were both inspired. Yeah, we were both inspired. We both have like the same skill.
Yeah.
Came down to the. So that was probably a good match. Probably the audience liked that one.
Yeah,
I think so.
Absolutely. Well,
the next day, Kidwalla will give Archie his armor back.
Oh yeah, you would give it. You would just donate it back. I was gonna say at the end of it, each of you would just roll D4. That'd be like number of armor sets. I think that you all because you all passed at least one round to this tournament, right? Because like a single day of tournaments, like 64 people, and we're not gonna do like every single match here, right?
Yeah.
So like this is just the number of rounds. Oh, okay. Well,
we smoked both sides of the tournament.
Right. So exactly. So finally to get to the finals,
we end up in Kidwalla's tent, like trading armor bits, like trading cards. Like, I like this. I like this helm.
How does this one fit?
Right. Oh, rare. Yeah, exactly. It's like gachapon. Like you're like, oh, I got a rare elbow joint.
Yeah. Oh, it's a shiny pauldron.
Yeah. Oh, look at this one. It's got Saint Mary embossed on it. Oh, that's awesome. I got a Saint Mary holographic.
Shit. I got another Damascus. Come on. Those are like a dime a dozen.
Yeah. So you're passing through the armors.
Yeah. You know what? And this is fitting with Archie. Archie's gonna suggest, like, after accepting his armor back, he's like, there should be some, like, you should get something from me for having kicked my ass at the tourney. He's going to propose a kind of standing wager that every year, whichever of us places better in we'll call it the Hampshire Regional, has a little mini feast thrown for them by the other. So this year, Archie would throw Kidwalla a little feast.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh, I like that.
Right. Then it's like, and at that feast, like, we'll give armor back to each other if we want, and it'll still be a way to like recognize our talents and keep things light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw, that's very fair.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah. And I think that's definitely in the spirit. Cool.
Yeah. Well, I like that.
Yeah.
Very good. What's the glory for that one?
It's a local tournament, so it's half the Pentecost, so 50.
50.
Double for you because you won.
Okay.
Yeah. So that set of armor. Well, I guess Kedwall is the one who got it, but like that would almost more than pay for the armor for that you just got commissioned.
Yeah, almost.
Right.
Yeah, she's gonna have to get her own at some point.
Yeah. Cool. So,
Kidwell's like, I don't need your armor. I'm actually getting this new fancy continental stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. Check this out with those flutes.
So this fall, Gorthrin,
Yeah.
you probably want to follow up some more on this Guinevere Lancelot stuff, right?
Yeah, I think at this
Arthur.
point, like meeting regularly with those who know, like,
Yeah.
is probably a good idea. And Gorthrin's sticking around Salisbury this year
Yeah.
because he's wanted us to visit Stonehenge to talk to whoever's there about his dreams.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like hearing what the pagans had to say at the feast about the wasteland and the Arthur. Gorthrin's like, maybe I brought something back with me.
Yeah, definitely. So would you rather do that first than the intrigue? Would you go get your spiritual checkup?
Yeah,
Okay.
That's what he'd be doing instead of doing the tourney
Awesome.
circuit.
Okay. Yeah, you are currently cursed. It doesn't take them long. In fact, like you're almost like racked with pain as you approach the runes. Yeah, so could you do me a favor here? Could you I mean, you're valorous, so you don't even have to test your valorous. Like you're brave enough to take their advice here. But I guess the question here would be give me like a constitution to endure this, right? As they're going to basically extract this. You're not necessarily like possessed, but you're definitely like kind of co-possessed, if that makes sense, by some sort of entity from the wasteland.
Sure.
So they're gonna have to try to like get this off of you.
Okay.
And this is the thing that's been feeding off of your dreams and your pain. So what I'm gonna need you to do is like basically have to endure this. They're gonna have to like kind of not strap you down and like extract this,
Gotcha.
bad magic out of you. Yeah, you must have drank from some water source, or you know what I mean, or something like that up there, and yeah.
Didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Is it fairies?
No.
No, it's not fairies. All right.
Okay.
Gorthrin.
Can you make 2 agent rolls for me as they take this out of you?
2 aging rolls. Wow.
Yeah, I mean you didn't pass the Constitution, so it's there. So there's you pay the terrible price. Yeah.
Oof. All right, one of them's all right, but 11's like 4 rolls, isn't it?
It's not that bad. But I mean 11 is bad. It's 3.
3.
Yeah. 11 is 3. Just roll 3d6. I gotcha.
1, 5,
1 is
2.
size, 5 is appearance, and 2 is dex.
Oof.
Yeah. Gorthrin.
But
Away,
yeah.
withered.
Yeah.
Mountain
This
crumbles.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's lost like 4 size in the last
That's fucking wild.
few years.
I mean, like you're not around to see it, but us as the audience, because I spent some CGI budget on this, is like it's kind of like a color out of space kind of situation, right? Where it's like just like rippling like thing that's like over you, and this it's almost like shadowy, right? Because I described it earlier as like this kind of the shadowy thing over your bed, right? Yeah, there's just some sort of this other entity has been just sort of attached to you, feeding off of your brain. But thankfully, Nimue is here to be able to extract this from you. They advise you to do no more tournaments this year.
Yeah.
Take it easy. If notable side effects and stuff will be migraines, nausea.
Yeah.
But
Gorthrin's getting like that kind of.
take this route.
Because I think he's still tall. He's just losing muscle mass,
Yeah.
right? Because size does play into like his damage and things like that. Still haven't dipped below 6 yet, despite all his lost. But he's just gaunt. hollowed.
Yeah, you're pale and emaciated for sure from
Yeah.
the ordeal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think like this ritual probably took like a week, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But finally, you know, the first person here to like to be there is like, you know, Elizabeth never left your side, Cadwalla never left your side, right?
Yeah.
You know, they're all here for you.
Yeah. Rough.
Yeah. Thank goodness you got that looked at.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as they don't have a term for it. It's like definitely some kind of fiend, right? But like, you know, it's not like a Nukulevi. It's not a succubus, but it's like that's probably the closest thing they can, like, you know, they would call it, right?
Some sort of spirit.
Yeah, just some sort of evil spirit was on you, trying to possess you, but you were so strong that it couldn't, and so it was just kind of just eating the scraps of your psyche.
Nightmares
Right.
will cease.
This would have easily taken over a lesser knight, right?
Yeah. The gap between worlds widens.
Yeah.
Or the opening between worlds. All right.
You have the
Then we got
God, that first sleep though, man. That first real sleep, amazing. Best feeling in the world.
very good.
You were saying?
I was going to show up to whatever meeting between the others with like what is to be done. Gordon's like comes in on a sedan chair. Yeah. Somebody's have to wheel him in.
So, yeah. Arthur just seems very like just very much not himself, not as chipper. They think it's some sort of like, obviously the big thing would be like the bishops, right? And they all think that this is some sort of like spiritual illness, right? But and obviously you think that it's related to this and the fall of this enchantment time, right?
Yeah.
But nobody has any ideas on what to do. So like if they say like, if you have any idea, let us know, because we've tried nothing. We're all out of ideas.
I never wanted Merlin's presence more than now. I never thought I'd look upon his presence fondly.
And I would distinctly say that this meeting is like not like Arthur is not a part of this meeting, right? You all are talking about Arthur in a different spot, right?
Yeah, we could be pretty circumspect.
Yeah.
So it's just like Archibald, Gordon, is Elzebel there?
Yeah, would Guinevere be like, there? No, because I think Guinevere is also out of it, so I don't think Elizabeth would be there as well. Right. Obviously, like Archie's network would know about this, though, right?
Yeah.
That obviously, people are meeting and discussing the fate of Arthur.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
What is not everybody there knows what we know, though.
You are exactly. No, you all are definitely in the know of anybody.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I guess at this point it's just everybody up. Have you heard anything new? What's going? Is anybody talking about it? Like, what are we going to do when it's found out? I guess is the other.
That's been sitting on. I think that's probably where Acewin maybe turns the conversations. Like, okay, like at this point, we've kind of established there is something going on, even if we don't have exact, precise knowledge of what it is, and even though we don't have proof. But at this point, like we're past reasonable doubt, I think.
Yeah.
And so the question is, and the thing that's really important to Acewin is like, if it's, let's say we get proof, then what? Like, what are we doing with the evidence that we're trying to gather? Is this a conspiracy meeting to overthrow the king, or bury his secrets?
Gorthrin's not going to be anywhere. Like, we have to. I don't think we should hide anything if we can help it.
Mm-hmm.
Talking, like I think he's very much like, if we discover anything, I think we could talk to the king, but perhaps we should talk to the queen.
At that, Aeson's like, I know you don't want to countenance this, but confronting the criminal of their crimes may give them only an opportunity to further bury them.
Criminal.
As soon as
like, as far as we know, nothing's happened, right? They just seem to, they're just like into each other.
They are improperly
close.
Yeah. And we don't know that impropriety has any action associated with it yet. But we know that is there. And that's probably the thing Acewin's trying to push Gorthrin to admit, is like if nothing has happened, that's fine. But like, if we tell her, we will never find out if something has happened. They will shut that down. And if our aim is truth, then we cannot talk to the queen. Which
what
obviously,
will the king do when he finds out that we knew before he did and said nothing?
We, his loyal servants, had to be sure. If crime is committed at this level, at the height of the kingdom, we have to be sure. We cannot come to him with idle suspicions or unsubstantiated rumors. He may be angry, but if he is truly a just man, he won't hold that against us. We seek his best interest as much as the kingdom's.
Yeah, I do not like it.
There's very little to like about the situation. I mislike a great deal of it, but we have to consider, if we get proof, what will happen next? Shall there be a court held? Shall the queen stand before the bishops? Shall the queen stand before the king? Shall Lancelot face corporal punishment? Because if we go to the king and say we believe that this has happened and here's our evidence as such, the question is, what next? The king shall do as he wishes. He will rage. There's nothing we can do about that. But there must be something we can do.
Perhaps we can everything I can think of, it's like there's nothing to do.
Yeah. I think Acewin's going to go, there is one mechanism in this kingdom which places the king no higher than the others, and that is the round table itself. And so, if we discover that Lancelot, a knight of the round table, has been improper with the Queen of Logres, I think we should advocate for a court of the round table. That whatever judgment is to come shall come from Arthur's peers, inasmuch there are peers. They would be not peers in the sense of foreign kings, but by the domestic men and women that have been risen to this station.
mean, the round table is several hundred knights. You know, are you gonna
Yeah.
I
you're
mean,
gonna get their
Voir dire.
opinion beforehand? Yeah.
voir dire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and that's the idea. It's like that this would be the like trial your peers. Who are your fucking peers in this situation? And the closest I think that Ace is saying we have is the Knights of the Round Table.
Yeah.
And so if we find evidence, then we go to the Knights of the Round Table and say, sort of like, 1, here's the evidence. 2, what's your judgment? What is the just outcome here?
I know. I think though the idea of consequences should weigh heavily in y'all's brain, because if you come at the king, you best not miss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this could be like exile. This could be, you know what I mean? This could be very bad for your characters.
Yeah.
You're not wrong about following the just in pursuit of this and being like, yeah, this is terrible. But also, this is, you all know.
We could get the Thomas More treatment here. We know.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Only there's no America. Yeah. So, okay. Or no, was Thomas More burned alive? He was burned alive, right?
I thought we were beheaded.
Or was just beheaded? Oh, was just beheaded? Oh, okay. That's fine. I don't know. For some reason, I think getting at first I thought, then who? I don't know. I got my brain mixed up. I thought maybe he got kicked. First, I thought he got kicked out to America. And I was like, oh, wait, no. This is the one who died. This is the one who got burned alive.
Yeah.
For being Catholic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. I gotta remember this stuff better. All right. Speaking of remembering things, yeah. Let's finish up with some spreadsheets.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's do the end of the year bonuses.
Got here.
All right. So no calamities. No conflicts. We got justice events. So let me bring over. All right. First justice event. This would be for Gorthrin. A poor, unconvincing farmer challenges a convincing tradesman. Their dispute is about a theft of a valuable necklace.
Okay.
All right, so you're rolling with 20 plus
If justice
5.
is served.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, they're terrible. Oh my god, they still pass with a 3 out of over 6.
Let's see.
This necklace, I bought it. It's from a friend. My friend bought it.
Gorthrin's like Solomon over here.
Oh my god. Yeah, just put the necklace. Okay. Holy crap. Does that give you what is that? Does that give you an extra bonus in winter?
I've never created a justice event.
I know. I don't think you've ever. I don't
I've
think
never passed one even.
Yeah.
Most of the time, those wily peasants always getting one over on.
Oh yeah,
Lord.
you reduce hatred of landlord by 2
Oh.
instead of 1.
I think it's at yeah.
Nice. And then all you gotta do is test concern of commoners. And that determines whether the modifier to the year's weather.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Cool. So then you're looking at a 13 against for the weather this year, because the wasteland does not hit you and you're still under Paxus Thuriana, which is why you're getting a -3 from that. All right. And then Colin, let's look at Acewind and Winterborn Gunnet's affairs. I'm gonna re-roll the justice event here, and we got a rich young widow who's estranged challenges a childhood friend who's unconvincing. Their dispute is about roof damage.
Mm-hmm.
So D20 -5. And they also have a skill of 6. Ooh, fail. Okay. This roof was a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. The argument is not over the peddler who was wantonly involved with the grandma, but rather the damage that the peddler did escaping
Through the roof. Yeah.
Yeah. We're setting up a peddler's guarantee fund with the manor. So anyone who has claims that arise from damage caused by a peddler can make claim on this fund.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's just easier that way from a stewardship perspective.
Yeah, it's just like we get so many claims per year involving peddlers. We need this guarantee fund.
Yeah. Yep, this is England's first case of actuaries is determining the reserve ratio of this fund for seasonal peddler damage. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Cool. And then so you got a -1 to your hatred of landlord, which then gives you a concerned commoner.
Hatred landlord is down to 5. Love to see that.
Nice.
Oh no, that's Archie. Well, that means that's the wrong one. Where is it? Holding.
We haven't experienced yet, did we?
It's down to 3. Means
I haven't done. I forgot. I just skipped right to the damn
2.
spreadsheets.
Yeah, that's right.
+2 to my concerned commoners. Boom.
Ooh.
So close to a crit.
So close.
Still, that's -5. Oh, sorry. Ooh, that's wrong. Wrong one. -5. All right, you're rolling off of a cool 10. With the -3, a cool 7. Yeah. So let's back up a second, and you have to do your all's experience rolls for
Yeah.
the year.
Traits can't go higher than 19, so I'll skip energetic. Oh, crit just. Goddamn.
You can go higher than 19.
Because so I'd have a 0 lazy.
Mhm.
Okay.
Wow.
Roll energetic. Okay, no. Spiritual. Oh, I did spiritual already. A crit, love of family.
You can have like a
actually
penalty to a trait roll. That's all you could have.
Fashion. Nothing. It's a season of nothing. These 2 are not going to get raised. That's it. Big goose egg. Now for Archie. Archie's energetic can go up, but it won't.
Did Gorthrin's lance go up?
Yeah.
Oh my god. 21?
Yeah, it's 21 now. Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh my god, you're a monster.
Yeah.
Nothing there. And love of family. Love of family goes up to 19.
Yeah.
God damn. Love to see it. Okay.
Okay, so experience rolls are over. Aging.
Yeah. Ooh, I think that's 1.
9 is definitely 1 attribute.
5 is another appearance.
Yep. 6
Gorthrin's
0.
Haggard.
Yes.
Haggard.
Nice. All right. Household member survival.
At this point, I'm actually rolling for Archie rather than Acewin, because Acewin's run out of people. Gwyn is dead. Angarad is dead. Everyone else is grown up. Yeah. Oh, hold on. A Downy. Big fucking
Still kicking it. Still kicking it.
Stuart Pedrog is dead. You know who I haven't checked for?
Shitheel?
Roger and Jean Baptiste. Those 2 men at arms that I probably. How's Callum doing, my Irish ward?
Alive, kicking, doing okay.
Yeah.
Not distinguishing themselves.
Yeah. Okay.
But not also making your life a living pain.
Yep. And we're good. Good. We're good.
Yeah,
All three kids, all three of Archie's kids are good.
Nice.
Wayne, Yvette, and Garrett.
Okay. Then back to the justice and income.
Yep.
All right. Till's head rolls against a 13. Bumble. So that's going to be a good. This might be a bumper crop year for you, buddy.
Yeah. Let's see.
And against Gunnet, it's rolling against a 7.
Nice.
Pass. Pass versus pass for Gunnet, and a fumble versus pass is Rich.
I know.
Oh, I gotta drag down all the functions. So you don't have to pay for your lifestyle, which is always good. Have to do the same thing over here.
He fails her industry roll. Of course, Alwina does.
Amazing. All right. Pass versus pass means you live normally.
Let's see. Apiary.
Give a 2 from that.
That's 12.
No profit for my apiary. That's it.
14. Oh, yeah. All right. Your miscellaneous. So you have to offer the feast, though, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you gain 40. So each of you is going to gain 40 income from the armor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Spend 10 of that on the feast.
Yeah. All right. You are you went from in the doldrums of in the low 20s back to 68 this year with that. And I'm calculating Till's head now.
Is there something I could sell for 1 Libra? Like a horse?
Yeah.
I'll sell a horse for 1 Libra.
Yeah. Palfrey.
Done.
So I got past industry and got 2 from the apiary, but I'm spending 20 between Easter and the armor.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's still basically because of your weirdly enough, like the way you're spending so much money and getting money in return, and because you actually got a rich lifestyle, you're kind of netting yourself up like basically 0. The only thing that really saved you was the tournament. The tournament is what gave you your extra 40 Librum. That and I guess your spouse industry. It's like or your apiary, one of the two kicked it over from being even with the great expenses, you're still going up plus 40 this year. So both of you went up plus 40 this year. So all that math, all that math to pretty much just say that what you win at the tournament is what you got extra.
So 240.
Yeah. So I give you a -1 expense, so you get it at 69. The real way you win this game is to have 69 Librum at the end of the year 420.
Yeah. Boom.
Awesome. We got well, what about the courting of Cadwalla? Does that fall through this year?
I mean, I think like
Not a good match.
I mean, I think
you want to roll flirting.
Possibly, yeah. Like spiritual, love of Fae, hunting, UNESCO. I mean, like I think there's nothing there that's like in conflict with Cadwalla. I think.
Yeah. She's
pretty spiritual. Not a good hunter, but she enjoys it.
Yeah. Guinevere is not a bad Guinevere is not a bad matchmaker. Like if Guinevere tells you like this is a good match, when the Queen of the Realm gives you an idea, like hey, like I found this person, they're a pretty good match.
Yeah. I think for like Cadwala's coming up on 30.
Yeah.
Spent nearly the first 10 years of her knighthood just being like, no, I'll get married later.
Yeah.
I got tournaments to go to, this, that, and the other. What who could sit at my side?
Yeah.
Kind of attitude about it. But like, I think the writing's on the wall and doesn't want to make it an issue. And so Potter and or was it Patterau?
Yeah.
Is a good match. So I do think we'll roll flirting to see maybe how well they like each other.
Yeah. Let's do that
Or how
for
well it goes
disposition.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. So
they passed their flirting.
all right. Okay. Cadwala lets herself be wooed.
Yeah.
Doesn't make an ass of himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should get married.
Okay. So it was. Then Cadwala would get a dowry of some money and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
We'll deal with at a different time.
Yeah.
Cool. Want to do training and practice?
Yeah. I think both real easy. Both Acewin and Archie are going to throw themselves into tourney.
Makes sense.
Start talking sponsorships.
Yeah.
Who's getting the front of the hauberk? Who's getting the back?
Yep.
Shield prime advert spot right there.
Pedrog's cloths. Yeah. Right.
Here we go. This is
Pedrog's patterns is like the big one, right?
Oh, what do we got here? 2. One of my Andalusians. Survival penalty. What's the bonus for living richly for horse survival? Is there one?
Oh yeah, it's like +5 or something like that.
Yeah. If that's the case, I don't lose that horse, that 2, but otherwise that one's out.
Yeah. Nope, sorry, rich is +1 actually. Just for
+1.
Superlative
right.
is +2.
Okay. So I lost an Andalusian.
Okay.
The others are good.
All right.
All good on my front too.
Cool.
I think actually let me go through because like I know some of them are actually pretty old. No, actually, I think all the old ones have died off.
Special horses.
We're on the next generation of horses.
Yeah. No species.
Oh, okay. Oh, we have to go buy or win a new special horse to invite back to the breeding.
Yeah, I got a lot of them coming up as foals. Here in the next few years.
Nice. Good stuff. Okay then.
All right.
Then obviously you got your glory stuff like that, but other than that, then 540 in the bag.
Nice. Unfortunately, no one crosses the threshold this year. Acewin will cross next year, as will Archie. Both of them are like right on that cusp.
Yeah. Okay.
I crossed this year for Gorthrin.
Nice. Well,
add in annual and living richly.
Acewin technically crossed this year earlier with the feast, and I just used it to keep my damage at 5d6, bump my strength back up.
Yeah,
I'm holding on. I'm holding on desperately to that 5d6.
Yeah.
As soon as I feel like I can't hold on to the 46, that's the retirement. That's where you go.
Yeah, you just can't hit hard enough.
Mm-hmm. Because everything else, like the tourneys and stuff, are actually great for the aging knight because she doesn't actually need to deal damage so much. It's not about that.
Right. So next year we'll see obviously more tournament stuff, more stuff on the wasteland, and obviously investigations around Arthur and building that case. Yeah.
Some Perry Mason shit.
Yeah.
Percival Mason.
Yeah, right. Adultery, she wrote. So anyways, All right, with that, we're out of here. Take it easy, everyone. See you. Have a good rest of your week.